So this is your encore. Yeah! I have flashcards, so he's gonna take care of himself. I just want to say that the wedding was awesome. Anna, you look absolutely beautiful tonight, and we're so happy to have you as part of our family. Hello everyone, my name's James. I'm Matt's baby brother, the youngest in our family, and I know that these things are supposed to be brief, so I'll have you know that last time I timed myself, it only took about a little under 45 minutes, so I'll have you out of here in no time. I was thinking of all of you. So when Matt asked me to be his best man, I know that what an honor it was, and I'm very thankful to be up here. And he could have asked a lot of good people to do it. They would have been great options, but the more I thought about it, the more I thought, you know, it's a good thing that it asked me, because it really takes someone who has walked in your shoes to really understand everything about you. And I'll tell you, I've walked in Matt's shoes for years. Not just his shoes, but his pants, his shirts, socks, and on some sad occasions, even his underpants. Actually, in fact, I think I'm actually wearing his shoes today. The joys of being a younger brother. So after doing some research on what a best man speech should be, I'm supposed to tell you all the crazy things that me and Matt did together, the wild parties, those run-in with the police, and I'll let you know that me and Matt, we never did those things together. And to the best of my knowledge, Matt never did any of those things at all. Now, if this speech was about my sisters, that would be different. But I won't go there right now. But even without those, me and Matt had some pretty great times together. I remember playing catch with him in the backyard when I was little, and we would always play games. And there's one occasion that really comes to mind. It was a fall afternoon. We had a big pile of leaves in the backyard, all raked up. And we're playing a game as always. It's 1-0. I was pitching, Matt was catching. It was a 3-2 count. Bob Anthony has already said, 2 outs, bases loaded, big pitch. So I wind up, I deliver the pitch home, and halfway there I realize it's going to be short. And I think Matt does too, because he sticks his glove out to try to catch it, but the ball bounces just under his glove and collides full speed with a man's most sensitive area, I'll say. And after this, Matt's face changed and his demeanor did too. He jumps up, does the wounded half circle around our backyard before diving headfirst into the pile of leaves that we just raked up, sitting there for a solid 10 minutes. To say the least, we didn't finish that game. I also remember going to a lot of plays that my brother acted in, as well as directed. And my favorite of all time would be Joseph in the Technicolor Dreamcoat. He was a freshman at Vanguard University, and he got the leading role of Joseph. And I remember leaving the play that night, and now he was the proudest brother on earth. And not just because he acted so well and he sang so well, but he looked great while doing it, and most of the time with his shirt off. So I was really impressed as a little brother. And he actually said that after this he might reenact some of those scenes for us with his shirt off. So thanks, Matt, for telling me that. I'm looking forward to it. And I could go on for hours about everything that Matt did with plays and theater and things like that. But I'll just say this. Out of everyone who watched Matt and enjoyed things they did on stage, there's no one who enjoyed what Matt did more than Matt himself. I don't mean that in an arrogant way, but I'll just put it this way. When Matt's in the playhouse, either directing or acting or just watching, time stops for him. And it's a really cool thing to see someone with such passion. I don't think I've ever met someone with as much passion for what they do than you, my brother. So, yeah. Yeah, we love you. On a more sentimental note, I remember in high school, I was having some girl trouble. I'd say I was utterly confused. And there's one day that I opened up to Matt about it, and he took me in his car, and he drove me to a spot where he used to like to think at. And it was on a hill overlooking the aqueduct in Palmdale. We don't have a lot of things to look at out there. So we went and looked at the aqueduct, but we were talking for a solid 2 hours just about life and girls and all kinds of things like that. And Matt gave me some advice on how to handle it. Did the advice work? Not really, but I'll never forget that time. And I think that's something that's so characteristic of Matt. He can have a million things going on, which he usually does, but he always can have time for people that need him, as I need him that day. And he always takes time out of his busy schedule for them. And Matt, that's something I really love about you. That kindness has been a really big example to me, and I always known that if I ever needed anything at all, that you'd be there for me. You've been a great older brother, Matt, and a great friend. I know that you're going to be a great husband and a great dad. So I'm really looking forward to seeing you in those roles and with your new family. I love you, bro. So in return for the advice that you gave me, I'm going to give you a little advice as well. And I know this is good advice. I'm confident in this advice because this advice doesn't come from me, but it comes from someone greater than me. And I'm going to reference something we were talking about last night. And it's the verse Romans 12:12. Rejoicing in hope, patient in tribulation, continuing steadfastly in prayer. So Matt, may God richly bless your marriage and your new family. And so let's all pick our glasses up if anyone has them, and a toast to Matt and Anna. May God bless your marriage.